You're watching Carolina and Company Live, your source for fun, entertainment, and events. With your host, Amanda Kinseth and Cecil Chandler. If it's happening in the area, then it's on Carolina and Company Live.
Welcome to Carolina and Company Live. We are live on location again today, spending 2 days right here at Carolina Orthopaedics.
That's right, Carolina Coast Surgery Center, home of Carolina Orthopaedics. Now, we're in one of the operating rooms. There's two here in this new facility. We're talking about 24,000 square feet. Everything you can think of that you need worked on can be done right here.
That's right. The doctors will take care of you at an affordable cost, too. And this facility is fantastic. It's beautiful. It's brand new. And they've got some equipment here that is unique to this area.
That's right. We're in one of the rooms now. We're going to talk about something that's above our head in just a little bit. One of the main, it's the only one of its kind anywhere in the area. We'll talk about that, too. And what's so amazing, yesterday when we were here, we did a live show yesterday, and the doctors told us, compared to a hospital, when you come here and do your surgery, it's a lot more reasonable.
That's
something
right.
You need. They don't mind you comparing. They want you to compare the prices.
That's right. And we're going to tell you all about that coming up. But first, let's take a look at today's weather.
Back to Carolina Orthopaedics right here in Murrells Inlet, and this is our live show for 2 days in a row. They've got so many doctors here. It took 2 days to put all this together. 7 doctors on staff right now, 1 more coming in August, so they can handle anything. Just listen to some of this stuff. Hand and upper extreme surgery, foot and ankle surgery, spine surgery, sports medicine, joint reconstruction, general orthopedics, anything, they can do it right here.
That's right, they can do it all right here. And you can't miss the building. It's this big, nice brick building just south of where 17 Bypass and 17 Business combine right here in Murrells Inlet. A beautiful facility and fantastic doctors. And you know, you want to go to someone who knows what they're doing, who has the experience, the know-how, and somebody you can trust, and you can find them right here.
That's right, 24,000 square feet. I'm talking about a beautiful building, and we're inside one of the operating rooms. 2 operating rooms, 2 procedure rooms, and a lot of room to bring you in as a patient. And one of the things they pointed out yesterday that really, you know, made me look at is if you're having some type of surgery in this field, you need to come here because it's more reasonably priced. So you need to compare your prices. They don't mind you calling and checking. I mean, that's what it's all about, is getting the job done right and reasonable. That sounds good to me.
Absolutely. That's good for everybody. And we're going to introduce you to a few more of the doctors. You met some yesterday. We're going to introduce you to some more today. So stay right there because we'll be right back.
Here at Surf Order Promotions, we've been helping business promote their brands throughout the PD and along the Grand Strand since 1997. Screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, signs, banners, flags, vehicle wraps. We have everything and more to promote your business at Surf Order Promotions. Here at Surf Order Promotions, we've been helping business promote their brands throughout the PD and along the Grand Strand since 1997. Screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, signs, banners, flags, vehicle wraps. We have everything and more to promote your business at Surf Order Promotions.
TRX, total body resistance training. You use 100% your body weight. It is a great workout. It has everything from core stability, you're balancing, you're doing lots of leg work, cardio, there's plyometrics. Unbelievable strength training exercise. Come try TRX. One try and you're hooked. You'll love it.
Core Fitness, expert staff, state-of-the-art equipment, classes, and functional fitness. Visit Core Fitness at 1141 Robert Grissom Parkway in Myrtle Beach.
And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live on location right here, Carolina Orthopaedics. And now we're meeting one of the doctors, Dr. Michael Bohan.
Yeah, that's right. And this gentleman is one that's been doing this for a long time. How long have you been now doing this?
About 15 years.
15 years.
Yes.
So you know what you're doing.
Yes.
Y'all heard that. He knows what he's doing. That's the good part about it. All right. How did the vision of the Carolina Coast Surgery Center come about with y'all? How did that happen?
Well, thanks for having us, first of all. Really appreciate it. This came about 4 or 5 years ago. There's nothing like this in Georgetown County. We wanted a facility that was all-in-one for musculoskeletal care, all areas of the body and the skeleton, to take care of not only a clinic, but also a surgery center as well. And patients can have their surgeries here, follow up in our clinic, and also have their therapy here as well.
And you're actually one of the founders of this.
Exactly. We started our group, Carolina Orthopaedics, about 10 years ago, and the surgery center got started about 5 years ago.
All right, now how is this going to assist and help the patients versus surgeries at a hospital? How is this going to help?
Well, it's much more efficient. In a surgery center, patients come in, get their surgery, and it moves along quicker. And a hospital has to deal with many different types of surgeries. So patient can wait for 5 hours for a 10-minute surgery. So we move people through. It's much more efficient, much more cost efficient to have the same surgery versus at the hospital.
Time-wise, that's amazing. I mean, people want to do it. They don't hate to wait 5 hours for surgery.
Exactly.
Yeah, oh, that's great. Okay, I know one of your specialties is hips. Talk about, what's the recovery time on that, on the surgery?
Well, I do a procedure called an anterior hip replacement, where we make a small incision in the groin, about 3 or 4 inches, and there's no muscle cut. So the surgery takes about an hour. The beauty of that surgery is the patient is up walking about an hour after surgery.
Really?
Some patients go home the same day of surgery, and most go home the next day.
Wow, that's fantastic. And talk about this type of surgery and why it's beneficial to patients. I mean, aside from
I know it gets
being
them
up
out
and
fast,
walking right
yeah.
away.
Well, it's not only about getting done fast. It's less pain. The big thing is there's less risk of dislocation. Some of the older types of hip replacements had a higher rate of dislocation, which means the ball pops out of the socket, which is obviously not
That's not very good.
That's not something you want. So it's better for the patient not only in the short term but also the long term risks and complications.
Well, we're glad you're here, and I'm sure there are a lot of people out there watching glad they're offering something like this in the area.
Thank you.
And we do appreciate you being with us, okay?
Thank you.
Don't leave. I got a bad hip. Okay, I'm just kidding.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. We got a lot more coming up. We're right here at Carolina Orthopaedics in Burroughs Inlet. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, as I was telling you, my hip gets... Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. We're live on location at Carolina Orthopaedics right here in Burroughs Inlet. Now, they got 3 locations, Myrtle Beach, Burroughs Inlet, Georgetown. I mean, this is an amazing place, 24,000 square feet, and we have another doctor to talk to.
That's right, Dr. Stephen Parker. Thank you for being with us today.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
How long have you been practicing with Carolina Orthopaedics?
I am going into my 4th year with Carolina Orthopaedics.
Okay, and your specialty?
Pain management.
Oh.
I am the physician and partner of the group that handles neck and back pain predominantly.
Oh.
We also deal in workers' compensation injuries, and of course you've heard about the sports injuries and others.
Sure. Well, there's a lot of pain out there, so you've
got
your hands full, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Now, one of your new medical breakthroughs is genetic testing. I mean, what's that about?
So part of the specialty of pain management has to do with medical management, because despite your best efforts sometimes, you end up having to engage in chronic medication management. And so every week it seems you hear about some terrible story regarding pain management physicians and what's happening in this country with the overprescribing of medicines. A lot of that has to do with finding the right medicine that works for the patient. So now we can be spot on with respect to what medicines work in you the best. And so genetic testing involves taking either a salivary sample or swabbing the inside of the mouth, sending it off to a lab, and then getting information back as to which medicines work the best in you, which ones may have an intermediate effect, and the ones you should stay away from.
That is
interesting. And you don't over-medicate anybody.
Wow.
Absolutely. Well, the tendency to do that is much less, but also the cost savings, because you think about how many times physicians write medicines that don't work,
right,
only to have them come back, which is impactful not only to the system or the third-party payers, but to the patient, because there's a financial requirement with respect to co-pays and that sort of thing to them. So it goes a long way towards eliminating some of those things and making it a safe practice for all parties concerned.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic.
Right, absolutely.
Technology and the way it's just changing everything is wonderful.
Absolutely.
And now, what type of surgical procedures are you going to be doing here?
Well, I perform the only surgical procedure that could be considered a surgical procedure for me would be something called the kyphoplasty.
Okay.
Kyphoplasties are treatment done to patients who undergo compression fractures. But mostly I'm a proceduralist as it pertains to pain. So epidurals, facet injections, spinal cord stimulator, trials, and radiofrequency lesioning, which is a very hot procedure right now too for spinal stenosis.
So if somebody comes in with pain, you can help them?
I try.
And the best part about this, I like that testing where you don't over-medicate, because so many times this happens. I mean, you get so many different medications.
Absolutely, and being in Myrtle Beach, which is largely becoming a very popular retirement community, things change, and with respect to how you handle medicines, treatments, illness in general, and the genetic testing really is helpful with respect to that.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. We do.
Thank you so much.
We're live here at Carolina Orthopaedics. We've got more in just a moment, so stay right there. Back to Carolina and Company Live. We're live right here in Merle's Inlet, a brand new facility for Carolina Orthopaedics, and this place is amazing.
Let me tell you, they got 7 doctors on staff right now, 1 more coming. They move you in, they move you out. It's not like a hospital. Go to hospital, surgery, you wait a while, you might leave the next day or whatever. It's a lot different here. Manny can tell us a lot more about it now. Chris Lupo's with us now. He's up in the management level of this. Now, you have an ASC team. Now, what is that?
Well, it's the team of people that are running this surgery center. Right. So obviously you've been talking with the physicians, and they're critical to how all this works with the patient. But at the end of the day, the surgeon is going to be in here in the operating room where we stand now. But somebody's actually got to get the patient checked in, registered. They've got to get them ready. So in the pre-op area, they've got to get them back here to the surgeon. And then once the surgeon finishes his procedure, they've got to get them back out into the post-op area, recover them, and then discharge them. So there are a lot of people involved in running the surgery center in addition to the physicians to make the patient experience.
That's what keeps everything moving. You keep them all moving along and get them in and out.
That's exactly right. And we've been really fortunate. We've recruited a great medical director who would be our anesthesiologist. He's got 30 years of training. He's boarded in anesthesia, pain management, and critical care. So he works with the physicians to determine who is appropriate to be having a procedure in an outpatient setting like this. We've recruited an administrator with 15 years experience, multiple surgery centers. She's the president-elect of the South Carolina Surgery Center Association.
Wow, that's impressive.
It's a good credential to have for sure. We've got a nurse manager with 15 years in nursing, 7 or 8 years in a specialty of orthopedics. We've got a front office person that came here from Ohio. We've got a surgical tech that's local, that was trained here locally. We've got a new nurse who just moved in here from Maryland with 30 years experience with a lot of ER, critical care experience. And so it's just great. It's just a great team that's coming together.
Well, you bring up a good point, too, because for the patient, it is all about their experience here, and that is the whole team involved. Now, what are your goals for, this new facility?
It's really just to create a culture where that person, that patient comes and has an experience that, in our mind is like what you would receive in a high-end hospitality experience, right? So when you go to a really nice hotel, you have a certain level of experience you're expecting, and we want people to have that same experience here, and we want to deliver that. So how they're taken care of from the moment they walk in the door until they leave our facility, we want that high touch, that feel.
So coming here will be just as good as going to a beachfront resort.
We hope it's better than that without the beach part of it, unfortunately, but we can make that happen. The beach is very nearby.
Well, after coming here, you'll be able to walk on the beach again or whatever.
That's right, walk or run.
Sure.
We're in the middle of the operating room, and right now there's nobody in here because when do y'all exactly open up full business?
Well, we're a little ways out yet. So what happens in a surgery center, there are a number of steps you have to go through to be ready to see patients. So we have to get licensed by the state. So DHEC has to come in and actually survey everything and make sure it's all safe for patients. Then we have to get certified for Medicare, which is a whole nother level of certification. And then we get accredited from a third-party body that comes in and checks everything as well. So we've probably got another 30 days or so to work through all of those steps before we've gotten the seal of approval from all the different levels saying that you're ready to accept patients.
All right, so what they need to do is wait 30 days if you're going to have surgery where you can come here, get in and get out and get it done the right way the first time.
Sure, absolutely. 30 days is nothing. You'll be up and running and helping out a lot of people right here in the community. We've got another doctor to introduce you to next, so stay right there.
And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. We are live in one of the operating rooms. This is where it all takes place at Carolina Orthopaedics right down here in Myrtle Beach. And we have another doctor.
That's right.
7 doctors on staff.
Sure, and another one coming, Dr. Chris Crosby. And how long have you been practicing?
I've been in private practice 12 years, merged with the group about 3 years ago.
Okay, and great. And your specialty?
Foot and ankle.
Okay, all right. A lot of people
There's,
need help with that.
I'm fixing to say, now, you have a lot of those injuries. Sometimes it comes from sports or just walking sometimes. I mean, how do you get most of those injuries?
That's
like
correct. We treat here a gamut of all things. It could include mostly sports injuries, but could be something as simple as overuse from walking.
Sure. Okay, yeah, and when your foot hurts, then you know you're kind of stuck.
It's bad when your foot is hurting.
Yeah.
Everything hurts.
All right, now you gotta ask the question.
Yeah, we have to talk about this and maybe.
Yeah, we want to show this thing.
Right
It's called a new boom.
The new boom is a system which offers great technology. You can see combines a lot of different things in lighting, electronics, arthroscopic equipment, anesthesia, the latest technology and the ability to take pictures, transfer the data into our PACS system, view pictures, show pictures to patients immediately post-op or even upstairs post-operative in our clinics.
Now this is the first one in the U.S. Am I right on that?
It is the first installation in the United States.
That is amazing. It's right here in
Technology,
town. The
new
first
technology.
one in the United States.
Yeah, so you're looking forward to getting all this going, I'm sure.
It's time to get started, yes. Sir.
That's the good part about it. Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Georgetown.
Georgetown, right down the street here.
Right down the street.
Well, you know, you still living in Georgetown?
I live in Pawleys Island.
Pawleys Island now. Okay, well, that's a nice area, too. We appreciate y'all coming because, let me tell you, people watching, you've got to understand this. Now, they pointed this out to me several times. This really makes it go for me. You get in, you get out faster, compare the prices. You know, it's a lot reasonable, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're hoping to offer a quicker service, stay, so to speak, at an outpatient facility, helping reduce costs and perform high quality outcomes.
That's what we need, reduce costs in all medical fields. We thank you for that.
Yeah.
I'll be down to see you. I got a lot going. The older I get, the more stops working, I
You
think.
can just hop on the table today.
I can get on here today?
This may be a test run.
I could do that today.
Wouldn't that be great?
Are y'all already lining up patients now? You getting patients lined up already?
We're starting to work on that as we speak.
Really?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I know we had one call yesterday. Somebody was watching yesterday and lined up to come and do surgery when they get open. So that's pretty amazing. So take it from me, I'm a cheap guy. I like something reasonable. I don't want to go and stay 3 or 4 days in the hospital. If I have something done, I'm coming here. Tell you that now, okay?
Look forward to it.
So you be on the lookout for me.
Sir.
We've got more coming up in just a moment. We're right here south in Murrells Inlet, just south of where 17 Business and Bypass meet, a brand new facility for Carolina Orthopaedics. We'll be right back.
Hello? Checking out your profile, and it looks like you're doing a lot of fun stuff. I didn't even know there was a festival last weekend.
Oh, it was great, Betty, and get this. We got in with free tickets from Carolina and Company Live.
That's right. Carolina and Company Live is a fun and entertaining show that lets you know what's happening in the area. From guests and magic to music and giveaways. So come have fun with us. Weekdays at noon on WPDE News Channel 15.
Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live on location right here. This beautiful facility, brand new, and I am so impressed with this new boom right here. This piece of equipment, the very first in the United States, and it is right here.
And it's unbelievable. It helps you. It determines a lot of stuff. Technology. They've got all the latest technology here. They've got 24,000 square feet. They're in the process of opening in the next 30 days. 7 doctors, 1 more doctor coming, and these doctors. You know, there's so much experience behind them.
That's right. Yeah, if it's a bone and it needs fixed, well, you can come right here because they have you covered. Sports injuries, whatever it is, you know, you can find all the help right here. And we've introduced you to a lot of the doctors, so you will actually know their face coming in, too.
That's right. Thanks so much for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll be back in the studio, everybody.